Hey everybody, thanks for coming by Big Valley Living. Tonight we're going to have mac and cheese JJ style in the Instant Pot. Hang around and let's get her done. So let's go over the shopping list. 16 ounces of pasta. We have shells tonight. You can use regular elbow macaroni, any of that. 2.5 cups of water, which you should have that on hand. That shouldn't be on the shopping list, but 2 cups of heavy cream. You can get this at Costco in like the half gallon. That's probably the best deal. But it'll be split up where it's 1.5 cups that will go in while it's cooking. And then after it's done, there'll be 1/2 cup that goes in with the cheese. 2 teaspoons of mustard, the dry mustards. 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And we use salted, so you can go unsalted or salted, whichever is your choice. And then 3 different cheese. We have Fontina, Gruyere, and White Cheddar. And that's, 6 to 8 ounces of each of these. So, it ends up being, 24 ounces total if you got 8 ounces of each. And then a little bit of salt and pepper, about a teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon. But since we're using salted butter, probably cut back on that a little bit. That'd all be, everything would be your taste and up your choice. So we're going to go and grate up some cheese and get this bad boy going. See you in a minute. So I've plugged in my Instant Pot, but now it's time to put stuff in it. So we start with 16 ounces of pasta.
Almost all pasta in boxes comes in 1 pound or 16-ounce boxes.
And the 2.5 cups of water. And then 4 of the 6 tablespoons of butter. There's a total of 6, but 2 comes afterwards. I failed to mention that before. And 1.5 cups of heavy cream. I'm going to give this a little stir here for a minute. And then the 2 teaspoons of mustard. Okay, so 2 teaspoons of dry mustard. And a teaspoon of salt. And I don't know, about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper in there. I like to get old fresh ground in there. Well, we'll call that 1/2 teaspoon. And we'll stir this all up, and then we'll come to getting it ready to go. So you want to make sure that everything is at or right below the level of the liquid in there, and then you're ready to get this thing going on. So add a little bit more water if you need to, but that pasta needs to be underneath the level of the liquid. And don't pack down the pasta. It needs to be a little bit loose and free in there, but just definitely needs to be covered. I don't know if you have an Instant Pot or not, but you line up these 2 lines here, and it'll turn on. And with that, it is locked. So make sure that regardless of which version of the Instant Pot you have, it's seal and not vent. For this, we're going to get this guy going on. Oops, sorry. Pressure cook. And custom. And we're going to do this for 4 minutes. And we'll be back. This ran for 4 minutes after it got up to pressure. And now it's been sitting for 10. And now, so it's been able to do a natural release for 10 minutes. So now I'm going to vent, and we'll let that come down off of pressure, and we'll be right back. Okay, so the pressure valve here went down, so I'm going to open this bad boy up. You just turn it. You shouldn't have to force it. You shouldn't have to do anything, and then take it up. Just remember to always open it away from yourself so you don't scald or burn yourself. So this is what it looks like, and get that all going on there. So I'm going to take and add that last 2 tablespoons of butter. I'd kind of bury it in there so it'll start to melt. And this here, so at the beginning I showed, 8-ish ounces of cheese. I've tried many different recipes for this, and really what you want to get is about a cup of each, and put this in at about a third to a half, somewhere in there, and then get that all stirred in. Because these cheeses are really heat. They'll melt with very low heat, so we want to get them all mixed in there, and then add one little bit more. Then I'll put the rest in, and so that's our ultimate goal. Is I figure a heavy 3 cups total. 1 cup of each. Maybe a heavy cup of each. However, don't go over like 4 cups, because this will get nasty pretty quick, and you won't be able to stir it or anything. As you can see, it's starting to get a little bit of cheesy. That's what we want right there. So it's not, it's not crazy cheesy, but it's oozy goozy cheesy. And there we have it. The half a cup of heavy cream. However, so from those 2 blocks of cheese, or the 3 blocks of cheese, we ended up with about 3-ish cups of cheese, which we will be doing a pizza for us tomorrow. We're at the end of the process. Now we'll let this, sit for, actually you probably don't know. Let this sit for a little bit and firm up and suck up that little bit of moisture, and this will be amazing. So that's it. Got the mac and cheese going on. So thanks for coming by Big Valley Living, and just a couple of things before we go. So please don't use more than 4 cups of cheese to a pound of pasta. And really, you don't want to go over, 4 minutes or so of the cook time on this, because they'll get pretty mushy. Outside of that, thanks for coming by, everybody. If you got something from this video, subscribe, like, share with your friends, and hit that notification button so that you get notified whenever we put out a video. And I really appreciate you coming by. See you later, everybody.